Hey guys, how's it going? I want to do a lesson today on muting. Learning how to control excess string noise on electric and acoustic guitars is critical. It's critical to your sound and it's critical to your execution. Music for clean guitar, overdriven guitar, and acoustic guitar all require muting at some point. Muting occurs with both your right and left hands. It occurs with your right hand typically through this area, the side of your palm, and to some extent your pinky and your thumb once you get more advanced. Your left hand can also mute through careful placement of your fingers on the fingerboard when playing scales and chords. For the most part, muting will occur naturally the more you work on it. When playing chords, especially power chords, muting occurs mainly with the right hand. So I strike the chord and only two strings are sounding because those are the two I want to sound, string 5 and 4 on this A power chord. However, I know ahead of time that I'm going to keep my first finger just holding down string 4, fret 2, and it's going to come in contact with strings 3, 2, and 1. I know that going in. So I'm not going to get strings ringing. I will get the click sound. I'm muting string 6 with my thumb. My thumb comes around the neck just enough to touch the string. Don't bring it around any further than you have to. So basically, I can strum all 6 strings and only 2 notes are going to play because I'm muting out the other 4. Even a short chord progression using power chords has to be carefully muted. Even though you're in tight, I'm in basically second position, moving up to third, back to second. Now, as you can see, when I get back to the A chord, my thumb automatically comes around to mute the 6th string. Now I'll play some single notes and talk about muting there. If I play a regular C major scale starting on the 3rd string, I have to mute on that section also. Probably not as much as on some other passages, but I still do mute. Right there, I come across with my first finger to cover the bottom strings. It automatically comes across. Now, I could mute with this hand, but I'd like to have double coverage just in case. Now, when I go down to the root, when I descend to the root, my thumb comes across. I'm muting with my thumb, my right hand, and part of this first finger. My first finger has the top 2 strings because I landed on the 3rd string. I'm also muting the lower strings with my thumb. But once again, my palm's on all 6 strings when I get to the end. My palm is muting the lower strings. That would be strings 6, 5, and 4. It is not muting the upper strings because if I do, I'm taking the chance of muting out the 3rd string. So I allow my first finger to mute the first 2 strings. My palm mutes 6, 5, and 4. The only string that's open is 3rd. And that's the one I want open. As you can see, it's fairly complex. I'll demonstrate muting with the pentatonic scale. I'm going to descend in 5th position. Basically, I did all up picks and just played somewhat staccato and descended on an A minor pentatonic scale. I started on the upper C, 1st string, 8th fret, and resolved down to the 6th string, 5th fret with my index finger. I'll do it again. The pentatonic scale is probably the most effective scale to practice your muting on. being that you only play 2 notes per string. That way you can concentrate more on your right hand picking. Now, as I descend faster, the chances of a muting issue become greater, of course. Now, I mainly mute with my right hand, or let's just say I'm more aware of my right hand. Being that your fingers are moving faster, they don't have as much time to get into place to mute. So most of the muting will be with this hand. Have your hand in the same muting position every time. Pay attention to it. Be aware when you're practicing your scales. When you're practicing your scales, you should mute. You should do unmuted and muted. Then you will notice that your muting accuracy, for lack of a better term, is getting better.